I'm sitting here Wednesday morning and I'm thinking about Max Crosby's response to all the trade rumors, to the uproar within different NFL fan bases, in him saying that he wants to be a Raider for life. It's upsetting. I know a lot of you guys will probably say, well, Jeff, I tried to tell you, you're an idiot. And you're probably right, but you're not any fun. Okay. You're not any fun. And the fun thing to do here was to root for Max Crosby to become a Detroit Lion and eventually ask out of the Raiders organization, which at this point is not going to happen. By the way, this video is brought to you guys by BetUS, which the Lions are heavy favorites this weekend. So go check out BetUS and see what kind of lines interest you. I'm starting to think to myself, what is the most realistic option for the Lions? Okay, it's not Max Crosby. I don't think it's Myles Garrett because the Browns will have a heavy dead cap hit if they do trade him. It's like $40 million, something ridiculous. So I don't see them moving Myles Garrett either. So those pipe dreams are dead, which was probably the result anyway. But again, it's not any fun. We're now moving on to other options. They do need edge rush help. And there's a player that the Lions have been consistently interested in, and he's very familiar with the division. And that is pass rusher on the Browns playing alongside Myles Garrett, Za'Darius Smith. Now, big shout out to Detroit Times for putting this out. The Lions have shown interest in the Browns pass rusher, Za'Darius Smith, per Stainbrook NFL, which that is Brad Stainbrook, who covers the Browns for, let me check here so I can give credit to him, the OBR and 247 Sports. So he's been reporting on it. It's not the only outlet that I've seen reporting on it. It's looking more and more likely that Za'Darius Smith ends up in a Detroit Lions uniform. It does. And honestly, 4 sacks on the year, he would be first on the team without Hutch. Like, take away Hutch's production, he's no longer here. He's first. That's the reality of the situation. Okay, Za'Darius Smith, although he's 32 years old, and just 2 years ago with the Minnesota Vikings, he had 10 sacks. His first 2 years in Green Bay, 13.5, 12.5 sacks. He's not the same player, though. He's going to get you probably what he's getting you in Cleveland, which last year in Cleveland he had 5.5. This year he had 4. What's going on, guys? I stopped the video to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, and that is BetUS. Right now, they're offering 125% on your first 3 deposits, up to $2,000. If you go to BetUS right now, you can see the Lions, 11.5-point favorites against the Tennessee Titans. Now, the money line to me, minus 600, you're not touching that. If you want a good bet to try and get here for the weekend, which I absolutely love, it is that line, minus 11.5. Guys, they're going to win by more than 2 scores against the Tennessee Titans. They just are. So if you want to get in on it, check it out. BetUS. It's available. And to me, it's an opportunity to make some money. Now, understand that you should gamble responsibly, and you shouldn't gamble anything you're not already ready to potentially lose. But I love the line. In 11.5 to me, even though I think it's the biggest spread in quite some time for the Lions, I think they cover given how they've been playing offensively and what the Tennessee Titans look like right now. Now let's get back to the video. Although Za'Darius Smith isn't Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, he is an option. And you saw DeAndre Hopkins get traded today for a 4th-round pick, a conditional 4th-round pick. I think that's about what Za'Darius Smith would go for, if not a little worse, as in like a 5th-round pick maybe. I don't think it'll be expensive at all. I don't. And he's someone that can help you. He's someone that provides leadership, experience in that defensive line room alongside DJ Reader now. The thing is, they're probably going to need more than just Za'Darius to really fulfill even 80% of what Hutch brought. I mean, I'm not even talking 100%. Za'Darius is probably going to fill a quarter of what Hutch did. So you're going to need more. I mean, Za'Darius played alongside Myles Garrett. He's playing alongside Myles Garrett, and he has 4 sacks. So you're coming to a team with no Aidan Hutchinson, and you're expecting him to kind of be the savior. It's just not fair. They're probably going to have to trade for another piece if you guys want to really get as close as you can to what Aidan did. It's going to be impossible to replace him unless you get a Max Crosby or a Myles Garrett, which is unlikely at this case. But you can get a pretty good player, which is Zadarius Smith. And he is. He can still provide, get you a sack every 2 games or so, maybe even 3 games. But still, the point is you're getting production, and that's all that matters. I'm curious what you guys think about all this and just the trade rumors in general. Myles Garrett, Max Crosby off the table. Anyone else you're interested in? Could you potentially get Zadarius Smith and like a Jadeveon Clowney or maybe a Harold Landry from the Tennessee Titans, given that Terrell Williams has a connection with him and has coached him, but he is under contract. That's the thing you guys got to think about. Zadarius Smith isn't under contract long term, and he's not getting paid a buttload of money. So that's what interests Brad. Every time you think of a player, think about, are they under contract and for how long? How much are they getting paid? And how much would they cost in draft capital? That's what matters when you think about it from Brad's perspective. Now, for me, the draft capital thing, I'm willing to pay hefty for a premier edge rusher, a Myles Garrett or a Max Crosby, but that's not looking like the case at this point. It's probably going to be Zadarius and maybe one other piece, or they just roll with Isaiah Thomas and kind of allow him to develop, and hopefully he becomes a rotational piece, because James Houston is not it. He's played terrible. He looked a little better against the Vikings, but he is a shell of himself from his rookie year, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully he can get back to somewhat of the form we saw his rookie year, but it's looking unlikely in this case. But comment down below, what do you think about Zadarius Smith and the what he would look like in a Lions uniform? What would he bring you? What would he bring this team right now? Because he would certainly help. He would. Don't forget as well, this video is brought to you guys by BetUS, so check them out over the weekend with NFL football and the NBA just starting up, so they can help you out with that as well. And by the way, we're almost at 10,200. We're growing, and it's all thanks to you guys. I appreciate you. Until next time, I'll catch you. Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, officialctsports.com.